Good morning, everyone. We're continuing in learning about the insights into Purim. There's a fascinating pasuk, a verse that we have in the Megillah, in which Haman Harasha, the wicked Haman, who was a master at propaganda against the Jewish people, is spewing forth his rhetoric to Achashverosh. And one of his great claims against the Jewish people is the following. Vayomer Haman lamelech Achashverosh. Haman said to the king Achashverosh, Yeshnai am echad, there is one nation, which seems to not be such a bad thing. There's an am echad, there is a nation that is one. Klal Yisrael is one. Wherever they are, you can always tell who a Jew is, whether it's the way that they look, the way they dress, the way they talk, the way they rise to the top of their profession or their society. Am echad, it's one nation. However, says Haman, mefuzar, they are spread out. The Jewish people, for all generations, have gone into galus, gone into exile. When they misbehave, they attract the attention of Hashem, and He has to deal with us midah keneged midah, measure for measure. And one of the punishments that HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings upon the Jewish people, generation after generation, is He is mefazer us, He spreads us out by sending us into the galus, into the exile. So you have Am Echad, you have one nation, who unfortunately is mefuzar, they're spread out. Yet they remain being that Am Echad, that one nation, even when they are out there in the galus, in the exile. They band together, they move to the same neighborhoods, they begin their own schools, they marry in with one another. It's a nation that sticks together. But then says Haman, umefoirad, but they are really separate. They are distanced from each other. And this, herein lies one of the mysteries of the Megillah, in which we begin to see the downfall of Klal Yisrael, and why it is that Haman's rhetoric and his propaganda and his claims against the Jewish people were so powerful. He was telling Achashverosh the following: there is a nation, they're really one, they're the Jewish people. They believe in one God, they believe in one Torah and one mitzvahs, and they're supposed to be doing things together. Nevertheless, the mefuzah, they are spread out. Why are they spread out? That's the punishment that Hashem has given them, because obviously they're doing something wrong. The only time that a Jew has to go into exile, be banished from his land, from his country, is when he does something that warrants the consequence that he no longer deserves to be basking in the Shekhinah, in the presence of Hashem, in his own homeland, which is Eretz Yisrael. And even though that they are in exile, and you would expect for the Jewish people to stick together, and that they should take care of one another, however, said Haman, they are mefurad, they are separate from one another. They're distanced from each other. They're not together. They don't agree upon things. There isn't peace and harmony and what we would call Achdus, unity. They're an ununified nation. And said Haman, once that you have a people, although they are Am Echad, they are one, nevertheless they are spread out across the globe, or here in our country they are spread out because of the galus, because of the exile. That's one demerit against them. But secondly, even though that they are this one singular nation in the exile, and they could be together by Achdus, they are mefurad, they are separate. And when the Jewish people lose the source of their strength, which is to be united, which is to be together, which is to take care of one another, and remain Am Echad, to remain one nation, said Haman, now is the time that is ripe for us to be able to come and attack the Jewish people and to destroy them and ruin their nation as best as we can. And Klal Yisrael was forced by the wicked decrees of Haman HaRash and Achashverosh to do the opposite of this. Everything that the Jewish people do from now on is all the Achdus, totally and completely together. They surrounded Mordechai together. They banded together with their tefillah, with their prayers, with their fasting, with their sackcloth, with their sitting on the floor, and asking HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as a nation, they should be forgiven. All of the kindlech, all the children got together as one in the Beis HaMidrash, in this house of study, and they were the ones learning together with Mordechai. And Esther brought the people, she was Kaines, Lech Kaines Yehudim, she gathered all of the Jewish people together as one, the Am Echad, the one nation that has to exist and coexist together with Achdus. And once all of that took place, then it was La Yehudim, to the Jewish people collectively together as one. There was light and there was joy and there was honor and there was glory, all waiting for a nation that lives together ba'achdus. And these are the mitzvahs that we have on Purim. It says that Mishlach Manois Ish l're'ehu matanos le'evyenim. We have to go and give gifts to our friend, and we have to give tzedakah to the poor, because the real simcha of Purim, as the Rambam says, is when we are connecting ourselves to our fellow Jews, taking care of those people that are less fortunate than us, lifting up their spirits, bringing them happiness and joy. There is no greater simcha in the world. It's better than the greatest Purim spiel, better than the most delicious roast that you're going to eat by a Purim Seudah, more enjoyable than some of the song singing and the dancing and the music and the revelry which will take place, is when Klal Yisrael lives together ba'achdus, in unity, when we take care of one another, when we make sure that everybody has what they need. In that way we become Am Echad, the one nation, not spread out, not separate, but rather unified together in the beauty of Achdus, and that itself is the greatest tikkun, the greatest correction of the sins of the Jewish people. May we be zeicher through the mitzvahs of the day, through the reading of the Megillah together, everybody as one inside the shul, and the giving of the gift baskets and the tzedakah that we have to give to the aniyim, to the poor. May all of the achdus that we create together down here be a tremendous merit for all of us up there in Shemaim as well. Wishing you all a wonderful day, an easy and a meaningful fast on this Tainus Esther, and may we be zeicher to share together in the ultimate simcha, the simcha of Purim, and the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu b'mehira v'yameinu.